What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. It is the 30th day of June, and here we are sitting at about $0.0038 right now with 10 and a half hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It is the 30th day of June, the day before the 1st of July, which is the alleged shift and the new era in OnyxCoin begins kind of thing, whatever they're saying, right? We're getting some type of announcement, some type of development, some news-related piece tomorrow. We should be getting a new fundamental development being released here. Whatever it is, my assumption is it's not going to be that exciting. It'll probably be good for the long term. It'll be another fundamentally significant thing to throw into our repertoire of excellence for OnyxCoin. But I don't believe that it's going to be as exciting as some people believe. We're kind of in an interesting situation with this news-driven event because it's not really driving anything, right? Typically, you buy the hype and then you sell the news. Well, nobody bought the hype. I mean, maybe some people did, but nobody really bought the hype enough to drive the price higher. It's completely possible that we don't even get a sell the news event. Just like, when Goliath came out, we didn't really get a sell the news event at all. I forget, it was like over here, wasn't it? Was it March or was it late February? Whatever the case may be, we didn't dump off because there was no pump beforehand, right? If this was it, we bought the hype a little bit, but then we sold the news before the news even came out. I can't remember. I think it came out like at the end of March, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken. At any rate, my friends, all I'm trying to say is I don't expect. We clearly didn't get the buy the hype aspect, so we're probably not going to get the sell the news aspect either. I don't expect much to come from this. Long term, it might be another bullish thing, and it could be more bullish than people anticipate, but I am anticipating that all this excitement in the OnyxCoin community for this development is probably unfounded. It won't be well founded once the news event comes out. But we'll see. I don't know. It could be exciting. Maybe because they've been so secretive, the way that they're doing this, right? Most of the time with news events, you know what's going to happen, or at least you have some kind of idea of what's going to happen before the event, right? There's some like fundamental thing that the insiders or people who are paying attention are aware of. Nobody knows what's coming, right? Except for, well, I guess the insiders, except for the development team. And it could be really big. If it's a really good thing and it truly is a secret that's being kept, I don't know why they would do that. The insiders would definitely spread secrets, but I would think, I mean, we're human beings, that's what happens. But if it's a well-kept secret, that news comes out, maybe it does generate some growth in the price. Maybe it's stagnant for a second and then people catch on, they figure out, oh my God, it's one of those, oh, kind of moments. Oh, this is what it's about. Okay, I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head that there's probably not going to be a whole lot of price action generated from this. I want to look at the short-term stuff, zoom out, and look at the other stuff, do some TA, but not a whole lot's changed. I will make a video tomorrow whenever we figure out whatever the hell it is that's going to happen. I don't care if I have to make it later in the day. Even I'll focus on making a video so that we can talk about it. I'll share my thoughts. But for now, that's kind of my thoughts before knowing. So, looking at the 1 hour time frame here. 1 hour time frame, a little bit of volatility, always fun. We do have gaps to the upside on Coinbase, you guys. We do have a lot of gaps to the upside on Coinbase. There's still gaps all the way up at 2 cents. There's still plenty of gaps up above us here, and even back over here. I'm sure there are. There's a gap right there. There are gaps. Let's see. There's a gap right there. There's a little gap right there. There's a gap right there, technically. There are gaps above us all around. So I mean, we are due for some type of pump here. Regardless of this news, we're due for some type of pump here. That would at least take us above 0.005 something. How much higher past that I can't say, but 0.005 and above, I definitely believe we will see. We're at 0.0377 right now. The RSI is very neutral. The price action is neutral. We're probably not going to get a whole lot off of the shorter term time frames, honestly. So let's just look at the daily time frame, because this is sideways enough. There is some bullish divergence. You look like the rest of crypto right now, though. Every crypto kind of looks like this on the daily RSI. Stochastics look decent. You're pointed down. I guess that's not good, to be fair. MACD's bearish overall, but you bounced, man. You touched tips and you bounced there. So you're about to cross red, then you flip bullish. So that's actually kind of nice, especially paired with this double bottom. There's a lot of cryptos that look like this now, though. So I think it really does depend on what the rest of the market does. Right now, Bitcoin is dumping. What I can say is that Bitcoin's down, about 3.2%. OnyxCoin is only down 1.8%. I think this is, a clear illustration of what we've been saying for a very long time now, is that there's just no selling pressure for OnyxCoin, man. There might not be any buying pressure at the moment, but there's really not any selling pressure either. All the people who wanted to sell sold a long time ago. And that's the benefit of being in something like this is, you get the high APR. You're really not doing much time over time. If you're just not buying the highs, you're staking and you're stacking your OnyxCoin. You're probably actually doing all right for yourself over the past like 7 months now. But over the past year and 7 months, maybe not so much. But if you bought earlier, before this grand pump happened, like I did, like a lot of people probably did, there was, I know Economic Ninja talked about this. I want to say Crypto Future even talked about it before the pump, if I'm not mistaken. I know I talked about it back here a couple of times, and we talked about it here throughout this area maybe a couple of times as well. It just depends on where you bought. Definitely if you bought from like early 2025, you're probably not enthusiastic about this. But if you're stacking, you're staking, you're holding, I think things are pretty all right, especially because, again, who's left to sell? There's nobody really left to sell. I know, like me, I'm staking my OnyxCoin. I'm not selling my OnyxCoin. The thought there is, oh, well, they're just selling their rewards. I'm not selling my rewards. I'm restaking them. I'm just having it liquid staked, restaking consistently, just letting that build. I mean, I see this thing going to $1 at some point, and with that, I mean, that's a lot of money daily, man. And I think $1 is achievable. I think even $2 is achievable if OnyxCoin can deliver on its mission statement and get some institutional adoption and integration and become a serious on ramp financially for institutions in crypto and stuff like that. And I'm curious to see what happens. There's a lot of mystery enshrouded in OnyxCoin, but I think that as time goes on, we will, the patient will be rewarded. They're still developing. They're doing a lot of stuff, and I just don't think that this thing's going to drop down anytime soon, at least any significant amount. Maybe we go down a little bit more. Maybe we do have lower prices to go, but we're in serious areas of support, being at these areas of prior resistance, serious areas of support being at the golden ratio from this low to this high, right? We're at the golden ratio here from this low to this high, right there. I mean, maybe we drop a little bit lower, but in the grand context of things, OnyxCoin is in a very adequate long-term accumulative position. And I think that's why we've been seeing this somewhat of an accumulative range here. But time will tell. All you got to do is be patient, stack, stake, hold, maybe pray a little bit, clench the butt cheeks, and wait for the bounce, man. We'll see what the bounce promotes. I do believe we're going to get a bounce from this area. I've been talking about that probably since, this whole month, really, talking about a bounce from this area. The idea is we will either bounce above the 0.5 area, something of like the golden ratio here from a high to a low. So maybe 0.55, maybe 0.6, 0.0065, 0.0055, 0.0065. And perhaps we do stand a chance actually of seeing a higher high. The higher high would be awesome. The bullish effect from that higher high would be amazing. I don't know what word to use, man. It would be incredible. I'm not holding my breath over that, though. I really do think we'd get some type of lower high, and maybe it's generated around this news-driven event for tomorrow. Maybe it's sometime later in July when the rest of the market perks up. But either way, some type of recovery is coming. OnyxCoin throws us a bone every now and then, and that's my expectation. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. 0.0055 is about a 45% pump. 0.0065 is about a 70% pump. I would expect we see that within the next 2 weeks, if not maybe 30 days overall. Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.